Hello, hello. So we've just defeated the Moonlight Butterfly. A bit of a long battle, but we did it. So let's see what we've gained from that battle. We are able to come to this tower now. So let's see what's up here. So we get a key and a divine ember, and then looks like all that we've gotten, which is kind of a shame really, because after going all that way through the forest and fighting the butterfly, that's all there is. It was a bit of a shame for me at that point in time, because as it turns out, the Moonlight Butterfly is really only just an optional boss, so you could go throughout the game and not have faced it. What we get is kind of good though, so I mean, we got the Watchtower Key, which is decent, and we also got the Divine Ember, which allows us to upgrade our weapons to Divine Weapons, which is also pretty good actually. So all in all, not too bad. But there's no... But the journey for the forest in this section ends here, basically. There are actually other paths, like when facing the Hydra, but this section, that's all there is here. It's kind of weird with some of the messages as well, because sometimes when you're fighting the boss, you don't see a message in the boss area, but once you defeat the boss, you see a message. It's as if sometimes some messages appear for people who haven't fought a boss, and some messages appear for people who have, which is kind of... I can't really say for sure. I mean, the online in Dark Souls isn't the best really, because of how it's set up, which is a shame. Which is why I don't think you see many messages. You don't see many summon signals and such as well. Supposedly there are a lot of invasions, but even when I was in human form, I didn't really get many invasions in the forest, which is supposedly one of the more known areas to have invasions. So here I just run around. I can't be bothered to fight the stone statues. And we have more trees as well to fight. And trees from the ambush area back there as well. I just want to get to the bonfire really. I wanted to just rest and stop here. I'm not sure if I could. And I couldn't really be bothered to fight all the trees, so I decided to just kill myself really. Go on, take it, take it. I did what I wanted to do. I got to the bonfire, so I didn't really care. So we start back here, and our bloodstain is close by. This door still doesn't work. Oh, you need something to open it at least. I check the stuff that I got, and it's here where I remember that I have the basement key as well. And I remember that pathway in the Undead Burg that I didn't take. So I remember that pathway, and there's also the Watchtower Key as well. The key that I just got from the defeating the Moonlight Butterfly. So here I level up a bit, I think. So I'm investing some more points into intelligence, I believe. Oh no, wait, I don't. Huh. I think I'm saving the souls for going to the blacksmith. Yeah, so I skip.
My, that's a rare ember you have there. I've seen one of those before. It's the ember of a divine blacksmith. Might you consider leaving that with me? I could produce divine weapons with a flame such as that.
So
Thanks for that. You've made a fine decision. You soon shall see.
so we can give our divine ember to this blacksmith. I'm not sure who else you can give it to, maybe other blacksmiths as well. But with giving him the divine ember, he can upgrade our weapons to divine weapons. And I guess what the corpse we got the ember and the key off was a blacksmith as well. He sort of had a sort of table, blacksmith table too. And here I just continue upgrading my short sword. Which is why I didn't level up just now. So from that bonfire I skipped back to this blacksmith. I hope people remember, aren't too confused by that skip. So I upgraded it to the short sword 5, and when you upgrade it to 5 it goes to the modify equipment section rather than the reinforce weapon. And so here you have the choice of upgrading it to a divine short sword, but to do that we need a green titanite shard. And once you do that one level of upgrade, it goes back to the reinforced weapon section. It's a bit confusing to explain. If you're playing the game, it's a bit easier to understand. It's just they move it about in different sections just so that you know you're upgrading to a different level, basically.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
So that's done with the blacksmith. After this, because I remember the Watchtower Key reminds me of the basement key, and the fact that we opened a path leading below the Undead Burg. So I decided to head on up and go there after this. As you can see here, I still don't have any other spells that I can attune to my attune slot, I guess. As I've said before, in actuality I could have upgraded my I could have purchased some soul arrows and some other spells at this point in time. I just didn't know. But in due time I do gain those spells. So here I just skipped to the bonfire at the end of the bridge in the Undead Parish near the church. Hopefully, again, that wasn't too big a skip for people to understand. I think here I quit the game, and so this is just me coming back another day. So I'm intending to head to the... I'll skip again to this section. This is near the bonfire under the bridge. So from the bonfire at the end of the bridge, I've just run down to the bonfire under the bridge. And have to fight all these dudes again where I died so many times before. If you remember, I opened up a shortcut behind that tower over there. So that's where I'm heading. Hopefully people remember this shortcut. Looks like these guys are pretty persistent, so gotta take care of them. Just checking out if there's anything to the right. What? Doesn't look like there's anything. So here is the section which is known as Lower Undead Burg, or Burg, however you pronounce that. And so if you remember this pathway I said before, to keep in mind, because I forgot about it. And now we take it. So we meet a new enemy. These things which are really annoying. Dogs. There's a way to actually deal with them. Luckily my R2 strong attack is enough to kill them. And thankfully I was just in time to be able to raise my shield. See, the thing with these dogs, I'm sure it's programmed into their AI that, you know, just as you're about to attack or just as you lower your shield, they also attack. So, and they attack pretty fast, so they always tend to interrupt you. So the best way to fight them is to actually circle around them, because they tend to turn around pretty slowly. So you'll always be able to get to their sides or their backs easily. And when you do that, they're open to a counter attack. And we have another one here. They can also inflict, I think that's a bleed status. I'm not quite sure what the bleed status does. I think it just means you lose more HP with each attack, maybe? I'm not quite sure. So it looks like there are a couple of paths. One this way and one the opposite. Yep. I decided to go down this way first. Just being extra cautious. I mean, the message did say an ambush ahead. And I actually go back here too. And actually, there's a door on the left here, where there's a sorcerer lying is a prisoner basically, and that you can rescue. And again, he's the one that teaches me new spells. So I don't do it now. I do it actually. It's still a while off actually before I actually gain more spells. But basically, like I've said before, you could actually get it now. You could get it before. You could have gotten it before, but you definitely can get it now. I just didn't know. I just didn't know about it really. It wasn't until I looked up a guide, and I only tend to look up the guides after I've traveled through an area. So there were some monsters back there I didn't really care to take out at this point in time. So I head back this way. I'm trying to predict where the ambush would occur. As you can see, there are a couple of doors here. Again, another message about traps. So I'm keeping an eye on the door really. There's another door in front. It's probably a bit slower than I could have been, but yeah. And we have some ninja looking enemies now. That also throw daggers or knives. They're pretty quick as well. Oh, battery low. Actually, even when the battery is low, when I get those messages, I can still go on for maybe a couple of hours before it truly dies out. But anyway, so we take care of this dude. Kind of annoying because they're quick and nimble and fast. So we continue down this path. Check out the areas the enemies ambushed us from. So we got a item here. Mailbreaker. Take a quick look at it. I think I can equip it, but it's pretty weak, so no point really. Plus the attacks are only thrust attacks, where with the normal sword or the sword I'm carrying I can do regular attacks and thrust attacks, so I'd rather have both options. So another ambush supposedly lying in wait. Being extra cautious. And we have another one of these things. Everything here seems to have the ability to cause the status bleed. Oh, and we have more of these guys. Oh. Bad play there by me. It's also kind of annoying when the game sort of at times you lose your target lock on, and then when you're backpedaling, instead of holding your shield up, you turn your back on the opponent, which is kind of annoying. But I'm guessing it happens because you've moved a bit too far from the enemy. Yeah, I'm finding circling most opponents tends to result in the best outcome. Yep, just reading positive good messages. Ooh, and there's a fog wall ahead. And an item. I do check the equipment, but I don't think I equip anything. Maybe the boots I equip, but nothing else. From what I just got, from the set I just got. So more of these things. These annoying things. They're fast and you can easily dodge your magic attacks, so I wouldn't really suggest using magic against them. But we're coming near the end of this episode. gonna get an item from stabbing this dude. Nothing back here. But we're coming near the end of this episode, and I believe I stop in front of the fog wall. So join me next time to see if I do enter the fog wall or if I don't. And what is behind there anyway? See you next time.